ready, Super Scholars, for our next round of doubles fact knowledge, which means, of course, it is time for math. So you are going to need your doubles fact study guide today because we're using our old prior knowledge to build new knowledge and solve new problems. So get out your doubles facts study guide and have it ready as we warm up this math morning. Okay, so yesterday we were practicing solving neighbor facts. When two numbers that are right next to each other on the number line are added together, we can use, what's our strategy? Doubles plus 1 to solve these problems. When we see neighbor numbers being added, we use our old awesome knowledge, doubles facts, and then add 1 to solve. Since our friends, our numbers, are right next to each other, they're just 1 apart, so we add that 1. So we're going to warm up. You can use your doubles facts, or you can shout out the answer if you know it already. I'm going to have my study guide right here on my desk so I can see it as we're warming up. Are you ready? Okay, first fact we've got 6 plus 7. What do we already know? 6 plus 6 is 12. So 6 plus 7 is 1 more, which would be 13, of course, just 1 more. Good job. Next one. 3 plus 4. We already know 3 plus 3 is 6. So 3 plus 4 is 7. Just 1 more, plus 1. Okay, keep it up. 5 plus 6. We already know 5 plus 5 is 10. So 5 plus 6 is 11. Good job. Okay, next. 2 plus 3. We already know 2 plus 2 is 4. So 2 plus 3 is, it's 5, of course, just 1 more. Okay, keep it up. Next one. 9 plus 10. We already know 9 plus 9 is 18. So 9 plus 10 is 19, of course, 19. Okay, just a few more. Keep it up. Use that study guide. 7 plus 8. We already know 7 plus 7 is 14. So 7 plus 8 is 15, of course, just 1 more. Okay, we've got a few more. Let's hear it. 4 plus 5. What do we already know? 4 plus 4 is 8. So 4 plus 5 is 9. Just 1 more. Good job. Next. 1 plus 2. You can say this one quickly. 1 plus 2. 3, of course. We just got 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, we're on to our final one. Final one. 8 plus 9. What do we already know? 8 plus 8 is 16. So 8 plus 9 is 17, of course, just 1 more, 17. Woo! Take a nice deep breath for our awesome warm-up. Those were a lot of great math facts, but we were using a strategy, our old knowledge, to build new ones. Okay, so now that we've warmed up with our neighbors facts using double plus 1, let's check out how we are going to use our doubles knowledge for some new knowledge today. Okay, our learning target for Wednesday says, I can solve subtraction facts using my knowledge of doubles facts. So we have been adding two numbers together for the past few days. Today, we're going to reverse that knowledge. We're going to practice subtraction. Practice taking away numbers. So we're going to use our doubles facts that we already know. 6 plus 6 equals 12. But reverse it. Start with the bigger number and take away parts. And we can figure this out all with our awesome double knowledge. So, to see exactly how we can add and subtract the exact same numbers, I'm going to pull up our double 10 frame so we can take a look. You don't need anything yet. Just sit back and let's talk about our double 10 frames. Okay, awesome people. So I have our doubles 10 frame up, and we're just going to look at a few examples to get the idea how our old knowledge is helping us make new ones. So we are first going to look at the fact 12 subtract 6. 12 minus 6. We're going to start with 12 and take away 6, and then what's left over? So let's take a look. I have 12 up here already on the board. If I want to take away 6, how much is left? We can quickly see how much is left. Just 6, the exact same amount. We took away 6 and we were left with 6 because we know our doubles knowledge. 6 plus 6 equals 12. So I could put back those 6 that I just took away and I would get 12 again, our doubles knowledge. 6 plus 6 equals 12. When we're looking at a subtraction problem that has our doubles knowledge, we just have to reverse what we already know. We have 12, and if we subtract 6, we'll get the same amount, 6. So when we're looking at certain sets of subtraction problems, we can use our knowledge of our doubles facts to solve these. If we were to see this problem before we solved it, we could think, hey, I know 6 and a 6 equal 12. So if I already have 12 and I take away that 6, what will be left over is the other 6, the other half of our doubles fact. When we're able to quickly recognize that pattern in a subtraction fact, we can solve it so much quicker with our old knowledge. Okay, let's look at another problem. Okay, Super Scholars, we're going to look at 8 minus 4. So I have 8 up here on our 10 frame. So, second grade, what do you notice about this fact? Do you see a doubles pattern in here? What do you see? I know, looking at this problem, 4 plus 4 equals 8. So if we have 8 and subtract 4, what would be left over? The other 4. The other 4 of our doubles fact. Because 4 plus 4 equals 8. So if we start with that 8 and subtract 4, we'll still be left with 4 since we know that doubles fact. So this is the kind of pattern and knowledge we're going to be looking to use today by practicing our doubles subtraction facts. So I need you now to get out a whiteboard. So get out a whiteboard so you can quickly write down our subtraction facts we're about to practice all together. But before we get to our own subtraction, let's give ourselves a break. Come on, stand up, everybody. Move your body. It's helpful for your brain. It gets it to work a little better when it needs a break. Okay, are you standing? Which one of these winter activities would you love to do? We can't do it here in LA because it doesn't snow, but if you had a choice, which would you do? Ice skating? If so, you're going to pretend to jump rope for 5. Or would you rather go on like a toboggan? It's basically a huge sled it's wooden, a toboggan. If so, you're going to pretend to jump over hurdles for 5 seconds. What would you choose? Ice skating or tobogganing, which is like sledding? I would choose tobogganing because, to be honest, I'm terrified of ice skating. So I would do tobogganing. So I'm gonna somehow pretend I'm jumping over hurdles. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Thank you for moving your body. Shake it out, shake it out. Get all your jiggles out so we can sit right back down with our whiteboard and be ready to practice our double subtraction. So remember, we're going to be talking through our strategy of using our doubles knowledge to help us solve subtraction problems. We're going to make sure we practice saying what we already know and how that helps us solve this problem. So make sure you're talking out loud with me so we can practice talking about our important math. Okay, so first up on your whiteboard, can you write 16 minus 8? 16 minus 8. What do you see, Super Scholars? I know 8 plus 8 equals 16. I know 8 plus 8 equals 16. So if I have 16 and subtract 8, the answer is, can you write it down? It is 8. Exactly the same number 8. We noticed that 8 plus 8 equals 16. So if we're subtracting it instead, we will end up with 8. Good job. Okay, so let's work on our next one. Can you write down 8 minus 4? 8 minus 4. What do you notice, Super Scholars? Can you read this with me? I know 4 plus 4 equals 8. So if I have 8 and subtract 4, the answer is 4, of course. We just reversed our problem. 4 plus 4 equals 8. So 8 minus 4 equals 4. Okay, sometimes it's a hard pattern to see, but we're going to get better. Okay, 10 minus 5. What do we already know? I know 5 plus 5 equals 10. So if I have 10 and subtract 5, the answer is the other 5, the remaining 5 from our doubles fact. Exactly, good job. Okay, do you got these down on your whiteboard? Let's get our next one. 14 minus 7. What do you know, Super Scholars? I know 7 plus 7 equals 14. So if I have 14 and subtract 7, the answer is 7, of course, the other leftover 7 from our doubles fact. Good job. Okay, we're about halfway there. Can you say this next one with me? Can we say this one together? First, write down 18 minus 9. 18 minus 9. Okay, Super Scholars. Can I make sure that you're saying this with me? What do we already know and how will it help us? Can we say it together? I know 9 plus 9 equals 18. So if I have 18 and subtract 9, the answer is 9. That leftover 9, of course. Good job. Okay, keep it going. What about 4 minus 2? This one's 4, then take away 2. What do you already know? I know 2 plus 2 equals 4, so what's the answer? It's 2, of course. This one's pretty simple. We've got 4, take away 2. What's left is 2, just a half. We can do that one on our fingers. Okay, so next up, let's see, can you talk about this one on your own? 12 minus 6. What do you see here? 12 minus 6. I know what's the answer? 6, of course. Can we read this all together? It says, everybody, I know 6 plus 6 equals 12. So if I have 12 and subtract 6, the answer is 6, of course. Good job. We've got a couple more. Keep it up. You're doing awesome. 6 minus 3. What do you notice about 6 minus 3? How can you use your previous knowledge? I know 3 plus 3 equals 6. So if I have 6 and subtract 3, the answer is finally, it's 3, of course. We've got 6, take away 3, it's just half, and we're left with exactly 3 remaining. Okay, Super Scholars, these ones are tricky, but we want to make sure we can always recognize that doubles pattern within some subtraction facts so we can sneak in our old knowledge to solve new facts. So now it's going to be your lovely job to take this knowledge and test yourself 3 different times how quick you can subtract our doubles. Okay, for the 3rd lovely time on this Wednesday, you are going to be testing yourself and trying to break your own record. But today we have let's reverse those doubles facts. Reverse, reverse, which is what we're doing with our doubles knowledge. So all of these facts are subtraction, and you're going to look for the pattern. I know 7 plus 7 is 14, so 14 minus 7 equals 7, of course. Even though you might be able to say some of these automatically, I want you to practice talking about your problems. Explain how you know the answer. You used your doubles fact knowledge to solve. So give yourself some time to talk through the problems you're having trouble with. Explain, talk yourself through the steps to get the correct answer. And if you're having trouble, you always have your study guide to help you. You just reverse what we've already done with our doubles facts. You can always come back and check. So just like our past 3 days, my friends, you have 3 different times you have to try. 3 separate times. You have to test yourself once, twice, and 3 times. Every single person. If you get them all right the first time, see if you can solve them faster. If you can be even quicker. There is always a way that you can improve. We can either try and increase the number that we get correct, or try and get faster and faster to see how we can solve them. It's a game, it's a challenge for everyone. We're going to test ourselves 3 times, erasing between each one, and marking down how many we got correct to watch our progress each time we test ourselves. Remember, it's okay if you need to go slow, as long as you try 3 times and try to get better with each one. Okay, lovely Super Scholars, thank you so much for growing your awesome mathematician brains, and let's get reversing.